What's up there, fellow fine night people? Hey, had to stretch, just get it out, you know. Got all this light coming through from the window. I have to do my reviews right here in front of the window on my bed, my little bed reviews. So, here we go. Let me take a toke from the TVL first. Smokers, this will save your life. Cannot recommend it enough. And just like you know, any fine knife, this is brass. And it's all custom. And yeah, and the custom finish is mine. So I took a custom piece and gave it a custom finish to make it even more custom. But it is what it is, you know. It's anything that keeps me from smoking, you know. Bam. Okay, but what are we going to do? What are we going to review this morning? Well, you know, the other day when I had done that video on my 3 pet peeves, you know, what would stop me from buying a knife. One of the issues was FRN, and you know, I said, stay away from that FRN, stay away from that FRN. But I don't want people to think I don't like Spyderco, because I do. I like Spyderco. Just like ZT, you know, I'll get on them when I don't like something they do, you know. But that's I have that right as a buyer, you know. It's just my gripe, right? But yeah, Spyderco can get things done extremely right at times. Now this is my Manix 2, and I'm reworking this edge, so you know, bear with me on the edge, guys, because I'm having to do some major work on it. But you know what? 5 ounces. 5 ounces. So you know, and for me, all my pocket knives are 5 ounces and above. Now, if it's above 7 ounces, yeah, I'm gonna say, what is this knife doing to benefit me, you know, in my pocket? But you know, anything between 5 and 7 ounces is perfect. And for me, a 3-ounce knife, you know, I grab a 3-ounce knife and it feels weak. It feels weak. It feels insecure. This, boom. You know, that feels hefty, you know. And this is a knife, and when I was talking about reworking the edge, this is a knife that I don't have to be worried about using or scratching up, or you know, if I don't want to damage the ZT, you know, if I don't want to cut something with the ZT and mar the blade, because that's my going to church blade, my going to town blade, my Saturday night blade, then you know, use this. And this compression lock, they did a test on this compression lock, and where they didn't hang the weights off of it, but they attached the pulley system to it, and 940 pounds that way. 940 pounds of pressure this thing took. I mean, that is freaking just stupendous. You know, as you can see, pocket clip goes all the way to the very end of the knife. You know, this is just it's a miniature tank. It's a miniature tank. You know, you don't have to worry about, hey, can I accomplish my task with this knife? Yes, you can. You know, and this is not really just, you know, a full review, you know, because this is an old knife, and it's not so old that people haven't seen it in a while, and it's not so old that people don't know it. This is just my beat 'em up knife, you know, and you know, so I'm not gonna give a full review on it. Now, as to old knives that people don't see much. I'm currently in the quest for an Umnumzon. So any of you subscribers out there, you know, who would be interested, I was on Reddit talking to someone, and I was talking specifically about the civilian because they were asking, whether the civilian was a good knife or not. And I said, yeah, civilian's a good knife. I said, but it has its problems, its issues. I said, because of the length of the blade of the civilian, and this is a 4-inch blade too. I said, what happens, I said, is it's thin like a fillet blade at the tip, and this one is not. As you can see, this is like a beast. But the civilian is very thin at the tip, like a fillet blade. And it's made to be a one-use knife, a one-time, one-use knife that, self-defense situation, where you cut the shit out of someone, or cut them, 3 or 4 times till you can get away. Your blade breaks, and you drop it. You turn it into the police. If you go that route, or whatever. But it's a one-time, one-use knife. It will break. So I recommended the Matriarch or the Harpy. I said those are a smaller version, and they don't have the weakness and the integral problems that the civilian has. I said, now, if you could somehow finagle it or find a way, I said, to get a cold steel, a Black Talon 1, I said, this knife is everything the civilian wanted to be. This is a knife you can use for everyday task and not have to worry about the tip breaking. This is a knife you can use more than once repeatedly. This is a beast. And so I said, if you can get it, get it. I said, but stay away from the cold steel, the Black Talon 2. Andrew Demko's a great knife designer, great knife maker, but he screwed the pooch on the Black Talon 2 with that flared handle and just, it looks like a gardening tool. It doesn't look like a Black Talon. So, I left my comments, and they got back to me, and someone else had got back to me on that post, and they said, I looked for one, but it was like $525, they're going for, because they're very rare. So I went over and I looked, and sure enough, $525 is what they wanted for this cold steel. And so here I have one, and I have the little case it comes with and everything, and I'm in the quest for an Umnumzon. So I put mine up on eBay. Am I looking for $525? No. If I get what I paid for it, then that's good. $300 is what I paid for it. Now, $300, is that a lot? Yes. For some people, and for some of you guys, it's pocket change. But for me, this was an expensive purchase. And as you can see, I've taken good care of it. The only thing I've had to do is I had to polish the bolsters. As you can see, the bolsters have been polished. But other than that, $300, $525. Which one would you rather pay? That's a $225 discount from what that guy's asking. So go over to eBay and just look it up. Cold Steel Black Talon, Cutters Union. You'll find it. You'll find it. Just there's only a couple of these. This knife is really, really super rare. So that's about it. Not much going on today. I did a short walk around of the Manix the other day, and like I said, showed this off a little bit. You know what? Another thing that Spyderco did on this that they don't do a lot, as much as they did on this knife. This knife is like the Spyderco version of the Contigo. It's got jimping here. Okay? It's got jimping here. It's got jimping here. It's got jimping here. And here. This blade is just jumped. everywhere. When you get it in your hand, you know, it's and I, you know, I need to do a whole video on, you know, knives for people who have disabilities, and you know what they could, what would be the best knife for, you know, for you to hold and for you to be able to use in an everyday situation. Yeah, I need to do a whole video on that. That would be that would be an awesome video. And I mean, this knife is just, it's just damn. They knocked it out the park when they did this. The only problem with it is they released the PM2 like shortly after this, and as great as a knife as this was, the PM2, people just loved it, and you know, the Manix 2 kind of disappeared until the Manix 2 XL came out. I like the Manix 2 XL, but I really do. I prefer this one. So okay, that's it, guys. Peace out. Check y'all later. Bye bye.